All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Houston Texans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Gone! Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! Over!
Now Archer to throw on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be third down.
Detroit! Detroit! Everyone's got four down. 50's the mic.
Looking to throw. Hoover. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play on third down for the Texans. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hoover. Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28
right, now,
for a
lucky
first.
56. Lucky 56. Hey, we got four down.
Operating from the gun. Hoover. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go.
Archer now throwing again on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Parsons. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Now for the point after. The point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, a little 360. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
No, check.
And they'll run it here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Good. Leopard.
Here's Archer on 1st down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter play. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Over. Set. 319.
From the gun, Archer. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They go play action here on 1st down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Right,
Got to
now,
assume this defense will be charging
56.
again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hoover. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Leopard!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Archer on 3rd down. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a handoff working right. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. A try here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Miller with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Hoover. And the Raiders have got him. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To throw on second down. Hoover underneath for Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Looking to throw. Hoover throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to fourth down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Leopard!
Back to throw is Archer. Throwing on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Gone! Over! Check safety! Over!
Now Archer going to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Back to throw. Archer. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And down he'll go at the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Operating from the gun, Hoover. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off play action. Hoover. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Archer now on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Hoover. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hoover. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney.
They get it to him running left. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Here's Archer. Going to throw on third and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney.
They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 319.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now open right side. It's Rodgers. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Hoover dumps it complete to Miller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Hoover, he's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 3rd down, Hoover going up top. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Archer, off play action. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Operating from the gun. Hoover dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw again. Hoover forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half. No quit in him.
0.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game? And we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to.
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
All right, here we go. Blue 90!
They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going to throw right side here, complete. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is.
All right, here we go.
to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw is Archer. Throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Archer to throw on 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Looking to throw. Archer. And that is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this Texans defense stands tall. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
The gain of 39 that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly, and the Raiders have got him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Hoover for the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Archer now looking to throw on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Here's Archer, throwing on third and long. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big gain of 39 on third.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Lucky 56. Gone. Watch him now, Barney.
Archer from the gun, he'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Hot.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They come out here in the eye. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 20. Call it the 24-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 42 yards. And there there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Back to throw is Archer on 1st down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
All right, here we go.
Now Archer throwing on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. His throw incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage. Back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Off play action. Archer. Flushed out right. Throws right side, and that's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Looking to throw. Archer. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. The Raiders on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. Archer now, operating from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Raiders, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Houston, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
you.